Immigration. I have thought about it. I don't think there's anyone in the country that hasn't thought about it at some stage. It's a real possibility, but I'd love to stay. I'd love to stay in Ireland because my home, you know.
If I was to emigrate, I'd probably emigrate to the States, firstly because I have relations there, so I'd have free accommodation. Secondly, because there's a lot of opportunities and stuff like that there, and from my research so far, like stuff that I've done previous to date would like work really well over there, and there's like such opportunities in the States and stuff like that, like there's like, because that's the main centre for TV, film and every type of thing you could get into, be a definite place that I'd definitely like to go to.
Well, after finishing my degree, it'll be 2 years' time, but I'm planning on going to New York. I'm going to sit the New York bar exam after I'm doing a law degree at the moment, so I'm going to sit the New York bar exam and hopefully get employment over there.
I don't really have any views on it. I immigrated here originally, so I have no problem with it. I see it's beneficial, so I don't see anything. It's like served me well, so I don't really have any problem with it, any thoughts really about it.
I think it'll be hard to find work over there because job prospects over there are bad as in everywhere in the world, but I think it'll be a lot easier than it will be to find work over here because there's no jobs for any solicitors here at the moment.
My views on immigration, I don't mind immigration. I think it's a fact of life sometimes. Many Irish in the past have immigrated to America or England when times got tough, like some of my family have had to immigrate to get jobs and to support their families, like, so immigration is a necessity nowadays, so I don't mind immigration. I think it brings people from different cultures together. I think it's vital for people to evolve.
Firstly, I think it's great to emigrate because everyone's, like, despite like the economic recession and everything that's going on like that, I think it's a good idea to emigrate because like you have to go and see the world, and you have to go experience stuff and make mistakes and gain experience and all that goes with it. But on the other hand, I think it's bad that people like have to emigrate because it should be a choice and you shouldn't be forced upon like thinking it's your last resort, that you can't actually stay in your own country because of lack of opportunities and because of some people's mess-ups, that you're forced to do something that you don't want to do and that you have to do it. So I'm like for and against it. I'm like for going, yes, definitely, but not because you have to and because people messed up. I think that's kind of unfair, but it just the way things pan out.
But I think with job prospects, it's most people will have to, especially people with degrees, will have to leave the country to get a decent job.
I would like to just go back to England. I originally came from England to Ireland, so I'd like to go back there to somewhere like Liverpool, or maybe even go to Scotland for go to Edinburgh because they have a nice university there. So I'll probably be going back there in like 2 years maybe. So yeah.
Years ago, where there was like no options at all but to go abroad. So I think like staying in Ireland now with film and stuff and the way it's coming, I think it's way better now, and it's definitely a better industry and it's growing and getting better.
Yeah, it's pretty poor at the moment and getting worse it seems, so that's one of the kind of contributing factors to why I want to actually leave the country, because the work's pretty much dried up over here and it doesn't seem there's any real work in filmmaking over here, or really that much that I ever has been any filmmaking work here. So for me personally, career-wise, after I'm finished school, and with the fact that the grants are getting cut and over here and stuff, and you can't really get part-time work, I think that it's in a pretty bad way at the moment, so, and it doesn't look like it's going to be recovering anytime soon. So
I think, well, I'd like to stay in Ireland if I could find a job over here, but it's kind of forced immigration because there's absolutely no possibility of finding a job here, especially with law, so I think that has to be done.
But it does look like a good possibility that immigration will be my only option in the future.